Round is off and underway after the shrill of the referee's whistle. Wednesday in this first half then playing from left to right. Newcastle just immediately moved the ball into their back four and we are off and underway. Sheffield Wednesday will be looking to reach the fourth round of this competition for the first time in a while. 2001 they've beaten Mansfield and Oxford to set up this tie. Newcastle United's solitary victory this season came in this competition, having beaten Northampton by 4-1. But Newcastle have it. It's with Jamal Lascelles playing only his second game for Newcastle this season, the first being that cup win at Northampton, having signed in August 2014 and gone back on loan to Nottingham Forest. Here he is once again, the promising defender. He just brushes past Zhao. Newcastle move the ball down this near side, which is their left, to Chancel and Bemba. Back it comes to Vernon Anita, the Dutchman, and out towards the far side it goes, and Janmaat. Back to Williamson now, 10-15 yards short of the halfway line here. We've played a shade over a minute, and Newcastle seem pretty content just to work the ball both left and right and cautiously amongst their back four, Brian Laws.
Well, I think Newcastle have kept the ball since they've kicked off. Wednesday have not even touched it as yet, but that doesn't mean to say that Wednesday are under a lot of pressure. I think what they're doing is they're focusing on the shape. Let Newcastle have the ball at the back. They're moving it around nicely. The Newcastle players are all getting a touch of it, nowhere near the Wednesday goal, and that's the way, that's the way Wednesday would want it.
There might be a break on here though for Tovan, edge of the penalty area. Sim de Jong breaks through, but sprinting quickly off his line, Joe Wildsmith just slides onto the ball. Back into his own half, and Louvens, he goes square to Leeds. Wednesday farm out here, Palmer just drops back. And it goes out towards Wiggins once again, down to Matthias. Matthias controls, he's got space, he rolls it infield looking for Zhao, but backtracking it was Vernon Anita, and Newcastle just manoeuvre the ball away. Wednesday win it back, here's Zhao, takes on the challenge of Williamson, he goes in, lunge, down he goes, free kick Wednesday on the D.
Well, this is a real key position here, free kick, just outside the 18-yard box, just off centre.
Well, everybody else has been ushered away, so Lewis McGugan out of the side has the chance to fire Sheffield Wednesday in front here with a free kick, central position, 20 yards from goal at the Gallagate end. Up he steps, McGugan, and he's struck it, and it's hit Obertan, and it's squeezed towards this near side. In comes the cross, and defending needed. It was a decent cross by Palmer. Janmaat had to head the ball behind. It's a corner to the out. Now in the middle of the park it goes, Wijnaldum, another Dutchman. Newcastle's team very much littered with players from the Netherlands as it goes forward to Sissoko. The good challenge comes in, Semedo latches onto the ball, he swings at it, and the ball is given away to Tovan. Central position, left-footed drive, blocked by Tom Lees on the edge of the penalty area. He may be patient from Newcastle, but on that occasion it was effective, and a good block, Brian, from Tom Lees.
A very important block there. He stayed solid, didn't dive in, stayed his ground, and made it very difficult for Newcastle to get a shot in there.
Well, Newcastle haven't lost to lower league opposition in the League Cup since 2004 when they lost to West Brom. Here's Obertan through to Sissoko! Off the base of the post and away it goes. That was a great chance for Moussa Sissoko, played in by Obertan, and he was inches away from handing the Premier League side the lead. Now Louvens and Lees interchanging possession at the back. Sim de Jong, the only player really putting them under pressure, so it's easily dealt with and pushed towards Wiggins. Up to Zhao, first touch, pushes the ball back to Jeremy Allan, who's stepping over the ball, skipping to the edge of the box. Now he shoots, gets his shot away powerfully, saved by Tim Krul. Industry there, but just too many in the end to beat from Milan. He didn't really have a pass on.
No, he didn't have a pass on. He tried a little bit too much for me. I thought if he had an opportunity where he could have crossed it.
Well, Matthias rolls it forward here now to Sugu. Chance here to Zhao, who slipped as he hit the shot. He's rolled around in frustration. In the end it was wide, but Wednesday through three quick passes there almost carved Newcastle open. If you're just tuning in, it is 0-0 as we approach the half-hour mark on Football Heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. Sissoko struck the post. Wednesday though have had their moments from distance and had a promising attack there which just fizzled out because Xiao slipped, and now Newcastle have a promising attack into Xiong, but it's intercepted brilliantly by a backtracking Lees. On the stretch, he's curled the ball away from De Jong, who was waiting to pounce. He's collided with Liam Palmer. So football heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. Wednesday looking to break the deadlock here at St James's Park. Newcastle have made a couple of changes at half-time. Tovan, the other player to replace by Perez. Now Anita. Carlos Cavalial is thinking about a change, certainly sending out one or two subs. Here's Mbabu, looks a sprightly little player with the dreadlocks. He cuts across halfway for being challenged by Jeremy Allan. Now Obertan, 10 yards inside the Wednesday half on the far side. Brushes past one challenge, runs into a block tackle from Liam Palmer. Newcastle low retain possession with Chancel and Mbemba. Now Anita on the halfway line. Drops his shoulder and turns away from Zhao. Now Williamson floating it forward to the edge of the box where Obertan beats Palmer in the air, covering here Semedo. He's challenged De Jong, now Perez. Perez skips into the challenge of Lees, who makes an excellent challenge.
Excellent challenge.
Excellent challenge. They're screaming for a penalty here on the edge of the box, but he blocked the ball brilliantly.
What a great challenge there.
Wildsmith. Forward it goes to McGugan. Down to this near side and Wiggins. A pair interchange passes and McGugan again. It's a high crossfield ball to Sugu, an excellent flighted pass. Here's Sugu once again. He cuts in field. Matthias picks up the ball. He's blocked by Obertan but gets it back. Matthias, edge of the penalty area. Lovely little flick and a shot on goal from Sugu. Might get it back. Shoots again and it's across the face of goal and wide. Wednesday's best two chances of the game. The first blocked, the second on the half volley from Sugu, with Krul committed, flew across the face of goal and wide.
Well, that was a great effort there. Touched them all the way.
Wijnaldum with the corner. It's low and into the feet of Obertan. He gets it back and then slips the pass to Obertan, who attacks the byline. Up goes the cross. It's cannoned off the head of Mike Williamson and it goes all the way out towards Sissoko. He threads it into Perez, into the box. The shot comes into the side netting. Well, Newcastle create the opening there. Williamson appeared to have done Wednesday's job for them, but Perez shot from an acute angle on the right doesn't in the end trouble Wildsmith. Now, he's been a good servant for Sheffield Wednesday, Jose Semedo. You did wonder in the summer with the arrival of so many midfielders what part he would play and perhaps continue to do so, but never lets the team down. Here's Sergio Bush battling for the ball on the edge of Newcastle's box. Out to McGugan and the ball is squirmed in and Sheffield Wednesday lead at St James's Park. What a hit from Lewis McGugan. Got a little bit of luck. Tim Krul just couldn't keep it out. Lewis McGugan returns and may well have just scored the goal to send Sheffield Wednesday through to the fourth round of the League Cup. Newcastle 0, Wednesday 1. Instantly, and couldn't understand why he'd been left out, but nevertheless he's returned today. He's part of an experimental side from the manager and they are winning. So 12 to go here at St James's Park. A change is about to be made. I think Newey is about to come on. Bush just clips the ball onto Sugu. Now Bush once again back to Sugu. Wednesday running right down the right. In goes the cross to Zhao. Yes, the bar. Bush following in, and he's hit the bar as well. And somehow Newcastle get the ball away. It's gone behind for a corner. Well, twice in a split second, Wednesday could have finished this contest off. And they're leading at Premier League Newcastle. Semedo tried a lazy flick and it didn't come off. Wijnaldum into Wijnaldum again, gets it back. He plays it square to Young, and he side foots his shot just wide. Jose Semedo was almost made to pay a terrible price there. There's an urgency about Newcastle, seldom seen in the opening 80-odd minutes of this game so far. Here's Sissoko, turns beautifully over the ball, back to Mbemba, in it goes, and a chance for De Jong again, and he's fired it over the crossbar from 8 yards. Wildsmith didn't have to make a save, he was though rooted to the spot, and the ball drops in row G. I have to say they don't look like scoring from here as it's just tossed upfield. Tony's after it, but Lees is underneath it, and the clearance is a relatively easy one. McGugan with a backward header into the Newcastle half. Sergio Bush races after the ball. He's got on it here. Edge of the box. Bush to seal it. Saved by Krul. Newhughes following up. He won't get there. Newcastle clear it away. And the whistles are from the Sheffield Wednesday fans here at St James's Park. Football heaven on BBC Radio Sheffield. Wednesday leading Newcastle. Carlos Carvalhal is urging all the Owls players deeper inside Newcastle territory. Get it as far away from their goal as they can. Bush with the header. Newhughes got it now at his feet. It's gone out of play, I think. Well, the referee didn't see it. And Newcastle toss it to halfway, then striding onto the ball, Louvens. A big looping header upfield. Newcastle's fans are leaving in their droves now. They think their team are heading out. They're seconds away from being out of the competition, and the referee calls full time. Sheffield Wednesday have pulled off a famous victory over Newcastle United. They've beaten them by 1-0. Lewis McGugan's strike late in the second half has proven to be the difference, and Sheffield Wednesday will head into the fourth round of the League Cup, and boy do they deserve it.